on? It's Mouse Jones, aka the man that puts the jux in juxtaposition, and this is with Mouse Jones. Today I'm kicking it with no other than OMB Peezy.
Yes, sir.
I said it wrong. I said Beezy. I'm You heard what's going on? It's Mouse Jones, aka the man that puts the jux in juxtaposition, and today OMB Peezy is kicking it with Mouse Jones.
I said it again.
This the one. I'm Jones Mouse. This the one. OMB Peezy. OMB Peezy. You heard what's going on, world? It's Mouse Jones, aka the man that puts the jux in juxtaposition, and today I'm kicking it with no other than OMB Peezy on with Mouse Jones. Alright. Welcome back. We got another episode of With Mouse Jones. Today, I'm joined by OMB Peezy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
What's going on, my boy?
I'm feeling good.
Fresh off the flight?
Fresh off the bird.
You flying private yet?
Nah, not yet. Not yet.
Ryan,
not
get
yet.
this nigga a private jet.
Oh, mama.
I like this nigga.
I ain't never been on a private jet.
Never?
No, I ain't never been on.
Now listen, I know a little something about a little something. In all them features last year, you should have been on somebody's private jet. I know certain labels give you a lot of money for features. I was like, God, I like you got it. I was telling
hey, I ain't never jet. Man, it's time for a private jet. I ain't never jet. You know what I'm saying?
You wait for that day?
I like walking through the airport and shit.
Shit, I hate that shit.
That be my thing. I don't like security, but I like walking through that motherfucker.
How is it walking through security with the attachment?
Oh, they got like swipe it for bomb residue and shit like that. Little extra shit. Some people sit you down, ask you why you on ankle, what you charge for, all that little bullshit.
Mind your fucking business.
You know what I'm saying? But most airports be cool though.
Right. But now I just wanted to, you are one of the newer artists that are like super intriguing, right? Like it's not a lot of you guys. A few of you who have been able to cultivate a huge fan base, but don't have like huge radio play, aren't on plastered on every billboard. So when I got the opportunity to talk to them, I'm like, oh hell yeah, this is what Mouse Jones is about. These are the interesting people that I want to fucking talk to. How do you think you've been able to do that? You come from Mobile, right? You was in Alabama till you were like 12 or 13, and then you went to Sacramento. So you didn't even go to LA. You went to a whole different part of California with its own culture. So what was that shift like?
I ain't gonna lie, it was crazy because I was always the new kid and shit. But going to like Sacramento, it really opened my eyes. Like it showed me like the world way bigger than what I thought it was. You feel me? I'm like, oh, I can do way more in life. You feel me? So I always just had that extra motivation. Like, man, I'd already seen a lot. I wonder what more I could see type shit. So that's what that gave me. You feel me?
Now you've said I've seen you say other places that Mobile left an imprint on you. Said that it like Mobile, Alabama itself is like a part of the struggle. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
You saying like I've never heard any place being described as that, right? To like to intrinsically say like this real place is a part of the struggle, right? Whatever the struggle is, this place is a part of it. What did you mean by that in regards to Mobile?
Like shit, cause you know how I don't know how it is out here, but it's like 12, 13-year-olds out there motherfucker with pistols. Right. 14, they riding in old schools and shit. They got their own car and shit. Right. Selling crack, you know. It's still damn near like the 80s out there, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it come to like crack and like, you know what I'm saying? It's still like fucked up out there, motherfucker. Like real poverty stricken. Right. You feel me?
And what do you think keeps it that way? Why do you think it hasn't grown past the 80s? Why do you think people have not been given the opportunity?
I feel like 80% of the people in Mobile are scared to travel. All they know is Mobile, all they know is Alabama. Like you'll meet a lot of people down there who will be like, shit, I ain't gotta go nowhere. Shit. It is what it is, this is where I'm at. So when you stuck in one spot and you don't move around and see how fast other people going and like the steps they taking to get further and stuff like that, you'll just be stuck in what you know, you feel me? So I feel like I probably wouldn't even notice how hard Mobile was or Alabama period was if I didn't move.
Do you think if it wasn't for that move by your mother and your aunt, if it wasn't for that move, do you think you ever would have left Mobile?
I don't know. I don't know. That's hard. That's hard to say. I don't know. I probably would, or I don't know. That's hard to say, man. But I got a different mind. Me and my manager was just talking about that shit the other day. I feel like I'm blessed with a different mind, so I probably would have went out and searched for more.
Right. What is that mind? That mind. You say you got a different mind. What is that mind? Like, are you is it just one of those things you're like, I don't think like everybody else? Or are you able to zero in on what it is about you that's different from?
I don't think like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I don't want to say I'm more mature than everybody else, shit like that, but I handle shit better than a lot of people.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Like, niggas be wearing their ass on their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like, all type of real.
What does that mean? I think I know what that means, but what does that mean?
They assholes. Like, you feel me? Real shit. They assholes. And niggas don't know how to, like, have fun with life. Niggas don't know how to say the right things at the right time. You feel me? Like, hold shit back at the right time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be feeling like, oh, I'm a real nigga, so I can say this, that, do this, that.
Right.
Nah. Like, I don't know how to explain it, bro.
I mean, that's explaining it.
I'm blessed with a different mind, though. Like, I know how to read situations. I know how to read people. I know how to, like, you know what I'm saying? Feel shit out before I step all the way in and shit.
Right. I want to talk about, because, like, listen, we're going to talk about the music, obviously. But, like, it's the person who makes the music, or you know, the person who creates the character that is the actor that really intrigues me and why I do this show. So I do want to talk to you about you moved to Sacramento after your mother had got out of jail.
Yeah.
What was that like? How, you know, spending some of your formative years without your mother due to her being locked up, did that make you a little bit more hardened, or did it sometimes it has the adverse reaction and kind of pushes parents and children away from each other?
It was like, see, my mom and my dad used to always take her to my grandma's house and shit and just drop us off and shit. So we was used to, like, being away from my mom and dad and shit.
Right.
Like, I didn't even know she was in jail until, like, I think my grandma had told me, like, yeah, your mom in jail. Then, like, a couple days later, she called me. You feel me? So I ain't.
What did she get locked up for?
I don't know. Probably some tickets or some shit. It wasn't no serious shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Probably some tickets or something. Then we was staying with my dad at the time. So goddamn, yeah. It ain't really like hit a nigga like, oh, my mama in jail. Like, I'm away from my mama and shit. They stayed dropping us off at my grandma's house. Now my grandma would have went to jail. That would have hurt.
What was that like? Because I know that is especially being young black people, growing up of a certain generation, right? Like, kids, you know, my kids probably won't really be able to appreciate that, but like, we grew up with our grandparents essentially when grandparents were like grandparents, big mama, you know, they were retired and they spent all their time with us. What was that like? And do you hold on to any of that now?
I hold on to all that shit. Like, my grandma had taught me a lot. Feel me? I had made a song with my grandma before she had died, put it in the video and shit before she passed. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I still be holding on to that shit to this day, cause she taught a nigga, like, I feel like how to be myself, how to be me, you feel me? And the morals, what morals I should stand on as a man, you feel me? Like, don't let nobody do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? Say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Say excuse me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that I still do to this day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I hold on to everything my grandma and them had taught me, though. And then they ain't used to let nobody touch me. Like, I couldn't get no whooping around my grandma and them. Like, hell nah, not him.
Not that one?
Yeah, I go over everybody. Yeah, I ain't touching
Where do you fall in line of the grandparents? Are you the baby?
I'm the baby. I'm the youngest.
Okay.
Yeah, I was always the youngest.
Yeah, so you was good no matter what.
Yeah, I was straight. Yeah, I can't touch me. Yeah, I can't touch little parents or shit.
Now, did she have anything to do with or any influence on the music? Like, early on, like, was that, like, I know, like, my love for, like, old school R&B and, like, 80 and 70 soul music is strictly from my grandmother, being around my grandmother and hearing her play, like, the actual tapes of the OJs and things of that nature. So, like, my influence of music started with her. Is that the same thing with you?
I feel like my whole family was always, like, influenced by music, and everybody was in church, you feel me? My grandma used to listen to a lot of blues.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then I'd go to church with her, and then I'd be hearing them sing and shit. And then on my mama's side, everybody know how to sing, play the drums, piano, do something, you feel me?
Somebody's musical.
Yeah, somebody musical in some type of way. So that aspect was always around in a nigga life.
Do you remember the first song you heard that like kind of gave you a definition of what music is? Right, like the song that you heard and you were like, this thing right here, I like this. What's this?
I remember the first song that I had learned and I was singing, it was that Let It Burn by Us.
You remember how it goes?
Tell me that Let It Burn, that you feel it in your body, you got some body. Make it change your ways like hanging with your crew. I'm little as fuck singing that shit in my grandma's house.
Nah, I'm not gonna hold you. You made me feel old as shit just now. I didn't know how
what year that came out?
You should have been that little. What? That shit came out. Let It Burn. Let It Burn's on the Confessions album. That's 04. So I'm 15.
How old are you now?
I'm 33 now.
Yeah, I was little. I'm 25.
God damn. Nigga, you trying to make me feel old. I thought I was the youngest nigga doing it.
Oh man.
Now I'm the old nigga. I'm the old nigga that I be talking about on radio.
I be feeling like the old nigga on the block now, man. When I be seeing all these 2000 babies, they fucking up the world, man. Them 2000 babies fucking the world up. For real.
Okay, so you get to Sacramento. What's the first culture shock? What is the first thing that hits you and you're like, this isn't Mobile. This isn't Alabama.
How they talk, everybody was saying hella and shit. They like, hella, that's hella clean. And I'm like, what the fuck hella mean? I'm like, what the fuck is hella? And they was just like a lot of something and woo. So I ain't gonna lie how they talk, they slang words and like how they carry themselves and how they dance and shit.
The hyphy movement. Yeah.
That blowed me. Something I'm in a shelter. We was staying in the shelter. And there was a dude, it was a dude up in there, like he was like around me and my brother age, but he was like a little older, and he was turfing.
The hell is that?
It's a dance. It's like a certain type of.
Would they be like fake falling?
No, what that shit like? It's like they be dancing and shit. It's called turfing. So I'm like, damn, like what the fuck? I was blow. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Excuse me.
Damn. So you said you was in a shelter.
Yeah.
So you guys moved from Mobile. And
oh yeah, it wasn't peaches and cream when we got out there, motherfucker.
That's interesting. So you leave this place that's poverty stricken. Obviously, in your mind as a kid, you're like, oh well,
I'm thinking we going to a mansion or something.
What's your thoughts when you pull up to the shelter?
We pull up to the shelter. I ain't had no clothes. I forgot what happened to my clothes shit, cause I had took some clothes from my dad out, but I ain't had no clothes, so I had to wear my sister's shirt in that motherfucker. I ain't had no shoes. They had to take me to the back, give me some big ugly ass shacks. They was like 2 sizes too big. But I always kept it in my mind like, shit, I'm in California. You know what I'm saying?
So that was
still the shelter one.
Okay, because you'll take the shelter in your mind. You'll take the shelter in California over your father's house in Mobile.
Yeah, out the rip.
Wow.
And then I ain't gonna lie. I've been a thinker, so I always was like, well, I'm in California. Like, I'm finna make it type shit.
Right.
That's how I always think. I always knew I was gonna be some big type shit.
How long before you got out the shelter?
We was in the shelter for a few months. Cause it was like a program where they set you up with an apartment. But my mama and my auntie had found a house before they set us up with the apartment, so we was in there for like a few months.
What was because they always say kids can sense. Kids are just intuitive. They know what we're feeling. What were you picking up from your mother at that time in the shelter? Was she down or depressed, or was she just trying to get y'all out of there?
Like my mom, I ain't gonna lie, my mom was a gangster, man. She like I ain't gonna say like gangster like she just shoot 'em up, bang bang, but she know how to like handle herself and like not let shit like control her and shit. Like she wasn't just really beat up about it, like cause she knew what her plan was. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like everybody knew what the plan was. We finna stay here for a couple months and get this spot. You feel me? So she ain't like just let it beat her up or nothing. And then the shelter wasn't bad. And then we stayed at the shelter in Alabama before. That motherfucker was bad as fuck. Like it was fucked up. So this motherfucker was like, it wasn't nothing.
How much of a impact does these moments, being in the shelter, being in these impoverished situations, how much does that impact you now with this influx of money and success? I
just feel like I can relate to a lot of different people. I can relate to people who have shit now, and I can relate to people who been through a lot of shit. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can put this stuff in my music and help somebody get over it, not go through it, or get through it type shit.
Is there a chip on your shoulder a bit?
Hell yeah. I be feeling like I ain't had no childhood at time. That's why I be trying to I try to do everything that bring like adrenaline.
Nah, I'm with you on that point.
I went skydiving, roller coasters and shit.
Yeah, because you didn't get to experience childhood.
Exactly. I be seeing other kids and shit. They got 4-wheelers and shit at 13 and shit. I'm like, damn, like I ain't get to see that life. You feel me? So I be trying to live that motherfucker.
Did you know in that moment? Did you know as a child that you weren't getting a childhood, or you just? You're like, I thought everybody was like this.
You know something? We had moved to California. We get out the thing. We get a house. We move out that house. My mama and my auntie get into it. We move out that house. We get an apartment. And I'm staying around the corner from 2 white boys. You feel me? I go over their house and shit. Every time I go over their house, they got some new shit. You feel me? I'm like, to the point where they used to get tired of me. Cause I'm like, bro, y'all got everything. You feel me? Like, they'll whip out some new shit and I already know what I'm about to say. They like, we already know we got everything. Like, real shit. Like, bro. So it was like, I started peeping little shit, but I ain't really just let it get to me until like I got older. When I started getting older and shit, then I'm like, man, I wish I could go back.
Now, unfortunately, you know, as a teenager in Sacramento, you start to, you know, get into it with the law. Now looking back as an adult, even though a young adult, how much of that do you look back and you attribute to, I guess, just, you know, you want to do what you want to do? Or how much do you attribute that to just being a product of the environment at the time?
I feel like it was just the environment, you feel me? Cause, you know, that's why I'm naming my project Misguided, you feel me? Cause, you know, you only know what you show. You feel me? You only know what you see. You feel me? And then that's what I seen. Like, I'm like, okay, I see my mama, she getting just enough to just keep a roof over our head, you feel me? And I'm not finna, I always...
And you're her baby as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel me? So I ain't never been the one to just keep asking. I see you can't do it, then I'm finna try to go find a way type shit.
Even at a young age.
Like even when I was little, like I used to be scared to ask somebody for some chips. You feel me? Like let me get some chips. I can't even do it. Like my grandma used to have all the snacks in her room and shit. I couldn't even do it. I used to try to get my brother to go. They walk out the room with some chips. Man, go ask for me some. You feel me? Knowing she gonna give them to me, just I couldn't build up the courage to ask for it. You feel me? But once I peeped, like my mama, she had just enough to put a roof over her head. I'm like, all right, so the extras and shit, the wants and shit, I gotta go get it myself. So that's really what led to all that nigga stealing and shit, taking shit from niggas and shit.
What was the first thing you wanted that you knew you couldn't have?
Oh, it was always like shoes and clothes and shit. Always shoes and clothes and shit. Nah.
Now the closet's crazy.
Closet crazy. Closet crazy. You wanna know the craziest part about that shit?
Yeah.
All right, I used to have like 1 pair of shoes, 2 pair of shoes, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I can't wait till I get a pair of shoes. I'm finna be dead. Man, I got so many pair of shoes, it still feel like I done wore all them motherfuckers too many times. It still feel like I got 1 pair of shoes.
What do you think that feeling is? You think that's the feeling of just having too much? Or do you think something imprinted on you then where you're like, it's never gonna be enough? Because I know for me it was like that.
I'm good. That's damn know what it is.
For me it was like that. Growing up, I grew up the same way. Just not too far from here. About an hour away from where we're at right now. And my parents, I'm the oldest. So you're the baby. I'm the oldest of 5 kids.
That's 2 different roles.
So it's like, but no. So it's crazy. I'm the oldest, but I got all sisters.
Oh shit.
So it's not even like I can hand my stuff down to anybody. So I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah, you stuck with it.
So I get 1 pair of sneakers to start school off. I get 1 pair of sneakers in February, which I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So I was an adult, which is tax time.
Oh yeah.
And then if I want sneakers or toys for my birthday, I had to make a choice. So now I'm like, what? It's Wednesday. I'm going to get some sneakers because it's Wednesday right now. What? Y'all kidding me? Like I'm going to get them now. They be like,
real
you know what I mean? Or like, you know, I have a cool deal. Shout out to the team, and they'll send me stuff, and I just be like, send me more. Send me more. I want all the, you want these? I want them all.
That shit crazy. That shit crazy. That text time. He just all my mama kids are Aquarius. All our birthdays in late January, early February.
Wow.
So we celebrated all our birthdays together during text time. We didn't get no Christmas.
Did you know that back then, or did you put 2 and 2 together when you had to do your taxes?
No, I knew it was text time. shit, my mom, she ain't really just hide shit. Like, shit, when them texts come, y'all be good, you feel me?
See, my mom didn't start saying that till I'm already in the dope. So I wish I knew what was going on. I'm over here telling kids, like, yeah, the February coming. Wait, everybody getting the new Jordans. I'm saying, like, look, the camera looking at me who I'm talking. I'm talking to the room, all right, y'all? This is Whitmouse Jones. But it's like, you know how, like, y'all wait. I see what y'all doing, but and I grew up in a time where there was such thing as, like, this is gonna bug you out. Like, there was a such thing as old Jordans, right? Like, yeah, so, like.
I mean, them old ass Jordan. What?
It's like, but
now it's retro.
Now it's like, they retro. So, like, I remember my first pair was the 15s. The first pair of Jordans I had, like, as a teenager, was the 15s. Mm-hmm. The 15s that came out, like, probably like 2 months before. But I was like, nah, I want these. Tax time came. I got the 15s. I went to school, just knew I had the.
Nigga, I got the 15s on.
I stepped out. They're like, them old ass Jordans. The 13s just came out. I said, I said, I'm gonna fuck y'all up. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. I reigned terror on them niggas for that. I got niggas. Niggas did not know why I was the way I was with them. Nah, nigga, because you said these
old ass 15s.
I'm gonna be old ass 15s on your ass.
When your birthday?
April 15th.
What that is?
That's an Aries. So my birthday just passed.
Y'all crazy as a motherfucker. Yeah, I believe you. Y'all throw it off on my mama.
Look, my man looking at you like, yeah, he's nuts.
he throw it.
But all right, so we was talking about, you know, the love for the sneakers. I want to know, what are you doing now to keep that young kid engaged, right? Or are you like, or do you try and keep him boxed up?
I don't know. Everything fun to me. Yeah, like, everything fun to me. Like, I can walk in a room full of people and find something about it that stick out.
Everyone
like,
said
I
that.
always find the good. I always find the good in every situation. You feel me? So
Everyone I talked to about you said that. Like, I don't like to do a lot of research, but because I heard your name so many times in dealing with labels, I was like, what do I think about that guy? I'm about to interview him. And it was like, great energy. Walks in the room, lights it up. Like, great energy. So I was like, wow. Like, and then for you to even have that self-awareness. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know.
I had to learn that shit, though, because back in the day, I didn't know how to talk to people. I shut down in a room full of people. Like, I'm shy at heart. Real shy. You feel me?
Even around women?
Hell yeah. Like, still to this day, but I got like a defense mechanism to where I talk shit I get the attention off me. You feel me?
Gotta nag them.
Oh, look at that over there. Know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, but I feel like that's the kid in me, though. You feel me? That me letting that out. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
How did you keep the kid alive? Because sometimes the kid and people die even young, even as they're a kid. Through your situation where you constantly kept getting put in juvie and things of that nature, you still kept that young kid alive. How did you do that? Like, did you protect them?
Because like I said, it was always, my shit ain't never die. I always see like kids and shit living a better life that I had, and then I always like wake them back up like, man, I gotta do that shit. I don't care how old I get, nigga, I'm finna buy me a 4-wheeler. You feel me? I don't
You got
care
your
how old I
4-wheeler?
get. Nah, I'm finna get one though. I'm finna get a motorcycle though.
I can't ride no motorcycle, but when you get some 4-wheelers, we tear some 4-wheelers up.
Oh yeah, we can do that for sure.
We do some content. I go down to Atlanta, we do some 4-wheelers, we chop it up.
For sure.
Yeah, because I think, that shit's fun.
Yeah, man.
That motorcycle shit. I remember I had growing up, my uncle had a barber shop, so all the barbers ended up being my uncle. I remember I told one of them, I said, yo, I want a motorcycle. They was like, well, we're going to get you a black suit to wear when you ride it. I said, for what? So when your ass die, I said, I said, I won't ever get on no motorcycle.
They be telling me not to get no motorcycle.
Yeah, don't get that shit's so scary.
I be living on the edge and shit.
You going to be on the edge.
I'll flip that motherfucker.
Let's talk about the music. So, unfortunately, there was something that transpired a year ago. But you didn't let that stop you because you were like, what, 4 or 5 days away from releasing your project?
Yeah.
You didn't let it stop you.
Yeah, not
Why?
Because it's like,
what's the name of that project?
2D for Tears.
And so why didn't you let that stop you? Because anyone else would have focused on their defense and focused on getting out of this situation.
It was out, like, I'm used to that type of shit for real. I'm used to that shit. I don't want to make it seem like that, but it ain't really just hit me on the head like that. You feel me? So I'm like, shit, man, I gotta stick to this. I gotta stick to my plan, cause we was in full swing with the tape. You feel me? Like shit, I can't just stop this. My fans need this shit. They've been waiting on this shit for 6-7 months. You feel me? Like I've been teasing them, and you know what I'm saying. I'm like, man, that'd be selfish if I, you know what I mean? If I just keep it to myself now that I got the shit going on.
Right. Now, to even get to that point, to make sure you want to keep your fans engaged, feed them, be pretty much loyal to your fans as they've been loyal to you. You got to get to that point. How do we get from Peezy living vicariously through the white kids and being locked up? How do we get from there to this nigga got 1 million followers, bunch of listens on all the DSPs? How the hell did that happen? What was the jump between the juvenile damn near delinquent to damn near burgeoning music superstar?
It was like I feel like the people really can see when you genuinely being yourself. You know what I'm saying? They just want to see you have fun, like, and being you. You feel me? If they want to feel it, like these motherfuckers right here, it's powerful as hell. You feel me? And these add on to it. You feel me? So if this
eyes
match
is more important, the ears come second for you.
Yeah, you feel me? If this match, no, I ain't gonna lie, they kind of like they go together.
1 and 1.
You feel me? Yeah. Cause if this match with these, it's over. You feel me? Like
the ears and the eyes match.
If they see and they can feel it, like they take that in and can feel it. Then what you saying is, oh shit, this nigga really done been through it. Know what I mean? That's why I don't really just try to clean myself all the way up, but I still try to make myself look presentable.
Right.
But I don't want to just come out looking like like too groomed. You feel me?
Yeah.
I still gotta, man. Hey, you gotta see a look, cover these scars.
It's so funny you said that. I was talking. So this is my guy Punch. So Punch is in control of my the way. If you see me on a picture or anything. It's because of this guy, right? So me and him be talking about it, I'd be like, even when he's taking pictures, I'm like, nah, I lead them to, I got these scars for a reason. Let them see some of it. You know what I mean? And because he comes from the same background I come from, he understands it. You know what I mean? That's why no matter where I go, no matter how far, he coming with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that shit keep you grounded.
Exactly. So so obviously that's how they see you. But how did they hear you? Well, how did they hear you first?
I had dropped Lay Down. I had dropped Lay Down. And I had said the hook was cool, but I had said some off the wall shit on that motherfucker.
What you said?
I was like, fuck your baby mama. Ain't no sympathy, I hope you ever dead, baby. Talking about that one fool and his baby mama and shit. Yeah.
But man, why the music?
Huh?
Why take that to the music?
Because it was like, I would listen to a lot of Chief Keef.
Okay. Super drill inspired.
Yeah, that what it was. For real, to be completely honest. Listen to a lot of Chief Keef. I'm like, shit. These niggas can't fuck with me out there whole either. I'm doing this, that, do this.
And
young
at
nigga
the time
shit.
you're in Sacramento still?
Yeah, I'm in Cali. You feel me? Young nigga shit.
That nigga hit a song?
Young and don't hear now. He ain't even have no song. Like, I did that shit really for nothing. Like on some, nigga, fuck that nigga. You know.
So now, when you have these braggadocio, because I've always wondered that when with rappers, I've always wondered when Jay-Z be saying this, is he talking to somebody every time? Or so when you having these braggadocious moments now, right? Obviously you're talking to somebody specific then, but now when you're stunting on your raps, are you talking to somebody in particular, or are you able to just zero in and know what I need from this song? I need to say this on this song, so I'm gonna say this, or do you type of envision that nigga over there? Fuck that nigga and his big mama.
See, me, it be I be taking breaks from going to the studio and shit. I take a week and a half break, 2-week break, because I be feeling like I need to let my mind refresh and let me see. I need to see more shit and see. You know what I'm saying? Because I be in the studio and then the beat be playing. I be and then some shit that happened a couple days ago will pop up and I be like, all right, I got to put that with this. You feel me? And shit like that. My mind it really be making a song for me for real. But that's how I do it. And then if a nigga did some fuck shit in that past week, that shit going in this song. Real shit. I don't give a fuck. Brother, sister, mama. Oh, good. Homeboy, you did some crazy shit this week. It's going in this song.
Anybody ever ask you about anybody close? Be like, brother.
Hell yeah, man. My baby mama, all type of shit. Baby mama come from. Why did you have to say that? I'm like, man, that's how I felt at the time, man. I apologize, but hey, that shit out there. You feel me? It is what it is. I'm chilling.
Is that rough for like when y'all don't argue no more and you don't already put this in the song and now she at the show and they saying
They sang they sang this shit. Whoa, real talk.
Your mother, how does she view your success?
Oh, she love it. Like I'm telling you, like all my life I've been telling people what I was gonna be though. I've been like school teachers. I made them.
When you start telling them?
Like I was like 10 when I started telling everybody like, man, I'm gonna be a rapper. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So when I moved to California, I already was writing raps and shit. You feel me? So I started rapping. You know, I'm the country new kid.
Right,
so
right.
when I started rapping, I thought they like,
Right.
oh shit, he sound like Boosie. You know what
right.
So it's like that's how I like grew my notoriety. I thought, you feel me, just rapping at school and shit. Then you know, look, after school, after school, fucking around and shit. Everybody just grew to know me, grew to like me and shit. I always had a good personality, just didn't know how to use. I had dark what they call it?
Dark influences?
No, I had dark jokes and shit. I had
You had a dark sense of humor?
Ain't nobody understand it but my homeboys and shit.
Yeah, I can tell. You said, fuck you, baby. That bitch.
Oh, mo.
So do you remember the song that did it for you? The song where you're like you were like, obviously you know you get attached to your music and you hear your music and you're like, this sounds good, I'm comfortable releasing this. But do you remember the song that did it for you? The one that's like you heard somebody else playing it and everybody was going crazy and you're like, oh, y'all fuck with my shit.
Oh shit, that laid on.
That was the one.
Yeah, that was the one. I ain't gonna lie. When I seen,
it's the one that had the labels calling, got everybody attention, and that was kind of instantaneous.
Yeah, that shit happened like, okay. So goddamn.
Because whenever he show up, there's some money involved. Whenever this motherfucker right here, there's definitely some money involved.
There's bag involved. He pull up.
He don't just show up now for the look of it all.
Yeah, for sure.
Strong ass.
But yeah, that later on the one that did it though.
Yeah.
That was about 4-5 years ago. Yeah, dude. I still remember that feeling I had. I had a cold feeling in my stomach. I'm like, what this really happening? Cause I've been talking about this shit all my life. You feel me?
Right.
It's like, man, you been telling everybody, man, the sun gonna turn blue one day. You feel me?
And then it turned blue.
Then after blue, it turned blue. Like, and nobody believes you. It's like, man, you need to stop looking at the sun, bro. Everybody looking at the sun. You feel me? I'm like, man, that motherfucker gonna turn blue for me. You know what I'm saying? Then they wake up in the morning, the sun blue. Now everybody like, oh shit, he was crazy. Like,
now, what was it like making that type of music in Sacramento?
Oh, it was easy for me.
Okay.
That made it easier for me because I was different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I thought in Northern California, they got a habit of embracing outsiders more than they embrace like people who coming up in their area. You feel me?
Right.
So me being from Alabama made it easier for them to fuck with me because they got beef and shit going on. Like, don't nobody know about my beef. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? Only the niggas I'm beefing with don't like me, but everybody else on some, man,
yeah.
this nigga clean. You feel me? Like, that's really how it went.
Have you seen any I don't even like using that word on camera.
Talking about ops and shit?
I don't like using that word on camera. Have you seen any, fuck it, we here. Have you seen any ops listening to your music though?
Hell yeah. They ain't got no son, man. They gotta listen to this shit. I seen the nigga who I was talking about listening to the fuck your baby, the lay down song, mama.
He don't even know it's about
He was
him.
at a show one time in Sacramento, and everybody in the crowd yelled that part.
He had no idea it's about him.
Nah, he know it's about him. Everybody in the crowd, what you gonna do? Beat everybody up in the crowd?
No, he's gonna lose bad. He's gonna lose bad that night. So when people discuss you, do they speak of you as a West Coast artist? Do they speak as you of
it depends on who you talking to. It really depends on who you talking to. Cause if you talking to somebody from Sacramento, shit, they gonna argue down. He from Sac.
Where do you say you from?
I'm from Alabama, man. I'm from Mobile.
I like that.
Everybody I talk to in Sacramento, since the first day out there, where you from? I'm from Alabama. Oh, that's Bama. That's it's
all the way
like
through.
That. But like when I started growing and shit, and like my music started, they like, man, he been out here, man. Man, we claiming that.
That's us.
No, yeah, like claiming this.
Did you get any influence from West Coast artists when you got out there? Like, cause what you get out there? Well, then I'm over here using my age scale. So you get out there what year?
I was 12. It's 2022.
So 10 years ago?
Yeah.
So 2009. So you get out there 2009. The New Boys is a move. Like the whole jerk movement is a thing.
I tried to jerk.
How was that?
It ain't work. I ain't got no rhythm with that shit. Like my legs ain't never work right. They ain't never work right.
When did you become a father?
I became a father. I was 18. I was scared as a motherfucker.
What was that call like?
Shit, I was there. They ain't called me. I was staying with my baby mama, and we staying with her mama. Man, so goddamn, she like. I know exactly how many times I ejaculated in my baby mama before she got pregnant. It was 12 times.
12
on mama.
You counted it?
I counted.
Real nigga.
Crazy shit. Huh? Boom. First time, she like, hey, we can't be doing that. I'm like, man, shit, I ain't tripping. Tripping, young nigga. I'm like, all right, boom, second time. She like, all right. I'm like, shit, ain't nothing happened yet. You feel me? So shit, we both like fucking now. Poop, that 12th time. She got sick and shit. Her mama go in the bathroom, do the test. I'm in the room like that. Boom, they come out, she crying and shit. So I'm like, oh man, I gotta hold it in. I can't. Everybody up in this motherfucker crying and shit. I gotta do it. Be the man to hold it. I'm like, man, it ain't gonna be good. You know? I'm like, it's gonna be straight. That's when I called it though. Her mama like, she gonna have a girl though. I'm like, man, that's gonna be a boy. I can't have girls. You feel me? I'm just speaking.
Just talking.
Yeah, I'm just talking. But I'm like, man, that's gonna be a boy. I can't have a girl. She like, I see my daughter with a girl. I'm like, I see me with a boy. Oh, mama. Then it ended up being a boy.
Now, so you had your son before the success?
Yeah, right before I dropped later on.
So what was that change for in the family unit, right? Like how was that change from, okay, yeah, y'all know me as Peezy here, but I'm a whole entity now. I'm an artist now.
I feel like a lot of people still don't understand. Like, you know what I mean, the artist aspect. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even understand this shit. I thought it was gonna be pieces of cream, like, oh, I'm a rapper, I don't do shit but make money. Like, hell nah, this shit hard, like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like like a lot of people don't understand, like, a lot of shit a nigga gotta do, sacrifices a nigga gotta take and shit, feel me?
Do you understand it?
Hell
like,
yeah.
when you're out and you might miss a birthday, or when you're out and
I don't miss no birthdays, though. I try not to miss nothing, like, that's important, but the time, like the I want to say normal for all the time, I don't be getting that, you know what I'm saying? Especially now I'm on ankle monitor and shit.
Right.
So yeah.
Are they still in? They're still in Sacramento?
Yeah, that's Sacramento.
Okay. Okay. You get to Atlanta. How's that? Atlanta, you get to Atlanta from Sacramento, so now you've kind of done like almost like a triangle, right? Like you went from Alabama and that influence to Sacramento, that influence. Then you enter into your deal and your artist. Now you're in Atlanta. What is that culture shock? Because Atlanta is not the Atlanta of old, right? Like there's a whole bunch of melting pots of influences in Atlanta. So what is that like?
It was like it kind of gave me the feeling that I can make it off any land. You feel me? Because I was already like, man, hey, I ain't in Alabama no more. You feel me? So when I came to Atlanta, I'm like, bro, I can do it. Me and bro, we staying in the Airbnb, ducking the Airbnb, man. You feel me? We gotta pay him and shit. Oh Jesus. We just came out that motherfucker. We like, man, we finna do this. This our plan. And then we stuck with it and shit. And that shit, like, over time, that shit was growing and shit. I'm like, whatever I do, I can't stay in California. You feel me? Because I done been in jail shit over 20 times out this motherfucker. Then everybody I done seen in my category and shit, they stayed in the Bay.
You go.
They stayed in the Bay. And then it kind of like disintegrated for him, you feel me? So I'm feeling like I'm not a Bay Area artist, so I gotta shake, you feel me? I feel like that's the best thing to do for my career, you feel me?
What was the artist? Was the not the artist? Was the land of Atlanta? Was that whole layout? Was that embracing? Did they embrace you when you came out there?
It was like, damn, nigga, we heard of you, but we never seen you. It's like, damn, where the fuck you been at type shit. Like, everybody was fucking with me and shit. Like, Lucha, I ain't even know he knew me.
Right.
And
Free
shit
Lucha,
like that.
yeah.
I'm good. So I'm like, shit. Like, I ain't even know half of these people knew me and shit. Only thing I had to do was just get out here, you feel me, and just move around and shit.
I want to talk about that first music video.
No.
I want to talk about your first music video.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that.
I went to the corner store, got me a black T-shirt. I was wearing my brother True Religion jeans and some Jordans that my nigga J-Face bought me.
And when you said I'm shooting this video, was this like everybody when they do that first thing, they think that's going to be the one. This is this, like we've been working so hard. I remember like, when I do this interview is going to be the one. I do this podcast episode, it's going to be the one. It doesn't end up being the one. It ends up being like a stepping stone.
Yeah.
So like for you, when you did that, you were like, this is going to be the one. When niggas see this video, it's going to go crazy.
It was like everybody around me was like that. Like me, I ain't know. I always had like a feeling to where I'm like, shit, I know I'm gonna be something, but I don't know when it's gonna come. You feel me? Everybody around me was like, shit, we know you're gonna be something, but we don't know when it's gonna come. So when I showed them that song, they like, this the one, you feel me? They like, bro, we need to shoot a video to this shit, you feel me? They like, this it. I ain't really know, but everybody around me, they believed in it so much, I feel like that's what really like motivated me, you feel me?
How much of the original team is still there now, 5-6 years later?
Oh shit, like 50%.
What happened to the other 50?
Faded off. Either on dope or they just tripping. Either they on dope in jail. I ain't gonna say in jail because the ones in jail still around. But yeah, on dope.
So the 50 that stays there now, do you stick with that 50 or do you look to add?
Me, I feel like growing up in the urban community, we get held back by thinking like, man, we can't fuck with no new niggas or can't fuck with no new niggas on a 10-year plus nigga. But you might meet a nigga that you been knowing for like 6 months, the realest nigga on earth though.
That's a fact.
Loyal as hell to you, feel me? So I don't just try to close my door on people, you feel me? And then you ain't gotta be no gangster to hang with me, man. I ain't got all the way up here to still be doing the same shit.
Right.
Hey man, I'm trying to cross over, man.
Right. Who's the best unheard of rapper from Alabama? Like one of the artists you grew up or you heard and you're like, yo, he's hard, and just never nothing happened for them.
C-Nah. C-Nah. Mr. Big had
Take a trial?
Yeah. Mr.
He
Big.
from Alabama?
He from Mobile, yeah.
I thought he was from like Detroit.
For real?
So I do a party. So I host a party called Trap Karaoke. The only time I ever hear take that shit to trial is in Detroit. People from Detroit request to perform that song.
For real?
Literally, if I'm in Detroit 5 times a year, Mr. Biggs gets played in Detroit 20 times.
Damn.
Like they fuck with that song. So I had no idea he was. I'm like, when I heard the song, I'm like, oh, it's obviously an older song.
Niggas used to see Mr. Big all the time growing up as a kid. Like that was one of the early on. Like, oh man, I could do that type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be that. Like,
right.
You know, this man had a diamond in his eye. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I got to be that.
You gonna put the diamond in your eye?
Huh?
You gonna put a diamond in your eye?
I won't put a diamond. I like these. But still, though, like, man, he showed the nigga, like, bro, you could be yourself and still, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, right now, we're getting ready for the new project.
Yes, sir.
What's going into this project that's different from what you put into the other projects?
Like shit, what I'm really trying to do is make it cool to tell people the right shit.
Make it cool to tell people the right shit.
And don't hold back information that you know somebody need. You feel me? Or just give information out because you never know what somebody might need. You feel me? Or you never know how to come back. So like, even with this tape, I'm even putting out a little show, you feel me, called Buy Back the Block. Okay. Like where I buy property in my city, then go to different cities and show
which city?
The rapper of that whatever city, like Detroit, I'm gonna get Baby Money, or Atlanta, I'm gonna try to do T.I., Killer Mike. Okay. You know what I'm saying? My city, try to get some rappers from my city and then show them how to. I know T.I. and them, they gonna damn near show me shit about property, you feel me? Right. Try to show young rappers and that it's cool to buy jewelry, but it's way cooler to buy land and set up for generational wealth and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm trying to teach financial literacy. I'm trying to teach myself as I go. And I feel like me being hands-on, that's the best way I learn. You feel me? Like, I gotta be doing the shit. I can't just have somebody telling me or me watching. I gotta be hands-on, you feel me? So I feel like this the best way for me to learn and teach somebody.
Producer-wise, same team, or
Yeah,
you?
same team.
Nice. So, listen, I'm ready. I know the world ready. I know you ready.
Yes, sir.
Come up over that.
Yes, sir.
We gonna link in Puerto Rico on these four-wheelers.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, listen, I appreciate you kicking it with Mouse Jones today. If there's anything you want to say to the people, anything you want to say to the ops, if anything you want to say to anybody, right now, it's your moment. I'm out your way. It's on you.
Gang, man, you already know what it is, man. I don't want to say nothing to no ops, man. I pray all y'all die, you know. And yeah, man, you know, and we still alive, man. You know, I'm trying to reach the top, man. Thank y'all for having me, though, for real, big brother.
You already know. I appreciate you
It's
for
a
pulling up.
pleasure.
This has been OMB Peezy with Mouse Jones. I'll see y'all next time.